Welcome guys. In this video we're going to talk about something called one-step equations. There are four different kinds of one-step equations. One is addition, one is subtraction, one is multiplication, and one is division. So we're gonna take a look at one by one type at a time. So first let's start with addition. So for addition, we're gonna look at equations that look like this. 4 plus v plus 4 equals 16. So you can see this is one step addition because you can see that the variable v is added to the number 4 and it's set equal to 16. So for all this for this type of problem, which are called one step equations, what you have to do is solve for the variable and you're gonna get a number or an answer depending on the problem. But for beginners, let's just work with numbers. So first, for each of those types, what you have to do is you have to do the opposite of what you see. For example, here we have a plus, so we're gonna do a minus 4 on both sides. So whatever we do with one side, we do it to the other. So we draw a line, so these ones cancel and we're left with 16 minus 4 equals 12. So v equals 12 because b is on the left side, is by itself, and that's our answer. V equals 12. On our next problem, we're going to give you another addition problem so you can practice. So we're going to look at b plus 5 equals 20. So what do? We see a plus sign, so we do the opposite, which is minus. Minus 5 on both sides. We draw a line. We total. So v equals 20 minus 5 equals 15. And that's our answer. So you might expect that subtraction is similar, and it is the case. So let's look at subtraction now. So for subtraction, we're going to look at the problem x minus 7 equals 23. Remember, for this type of one-step equations, what you have to do is do the opposite of what you see. So we see a minus 7, so we do the opposite, which is plus 7. Plus 7. We cancel this one because minus 7 plus 7 equals 0. So we're always left with x on the left side. X equals 23 plus 7 is 30. And that's our answer. So let's look at the second problem for subtraction. We're going to have, this one, it looks a little different, but they all work the same way. Minus 16 plus x equals 10. So in this case, you see that the order of the terms is a little different. The variable is second and the constant is first. It doesn't matter as long as you do the same process, which is do the opposite and you leave the variable on one side. So we'll have a minus, so we do plus 16. Don't forget, on the other side, whatever we do to one side, we do it to the other. So these ones cancel. We're left with x. 10 plus 16, 26. Okay, now let's go to the next step, which is multiplication and division. Remember, they are opposite of each other, so we're gonna look at them. Look at multiplication first and then division. All right, so let's do multiplication. For this one, we're gonna look at 5 equals, we're gonna do 5 equals b over 9. All right. So because this is an equation, you usually tend to see the variable on the left side, but it doesn't matter as long as we can look at this problem a different way, which is like this: b equals 9, b over 9 equals 5, and it's the same type of problem. It's the same problem looking at a different way. So what we do is this, because we see that this is dividing here, so we're going to do the opposite, which is multiplication. So we multiply both sides by 9. This one cancel, and we're left with b on the left side and 45 on the other side. We're gonna do this one right now, so that way you'll see that we'll get the same answer. So all right. So we do, remember, this is divided by 9, so we do the opposite, which is multiplication, which is we multiply by 9 on both sides. These ones cancel, and we're left with b equals 5 times 9, 45. And it checks out, it's the same answer. Now we're going to look at another multiplication problem that sometimes appears, which is that something that looks like this: x over 10 equals 5 over 10. In this case, the only difference is that this one is a fraction, and the other times it was a constant. It was just one number by itself. So now, but it works the same way. Before it was an integer, now it's a fraction. So now we multiply. We remember our point is to get rid of leave the variable on by itself. So we do, this is x over 10, so we're dividing by 10, so we multiply by 10. We cancel out, we multiply by 10. One little trick is that if this one divides this one, you can just cancel it. But for the sake of purpose of showing you how to do this, we're gonna multiply it out. 5 times 10 equals 50, and we left over 10. So 50 over 10 equals 5. In this problem, you could have just get rid of the 10 and the 10 by itself and leave the 5 by itself. But just for learning purposes, do the multiplication and then do the division so you don't get confused. Now we're going to look at division problems. Division one-step equations. Divisions look like this. For example, you have 20. So we're doing divisions. It looks like this: 20v equals 100. You can see that what is the opposite right now? 20 is being multiplied times v. So what we do is we have to do the opposite of multiplication, which is division. So we divide by 20 to leave v by itself. So we divide by 20. This one cancel. So v equals 100 divided by 20 is what? Is 5. So our answer is 5. Let's do another example. The last one. We're going to look at it. 4x equals 20 minus, let's do minus 28. So we look at negatives as well. So it works the same way. 4 is being multiplied times x. So to leave x by itself, we divide by 4. This one's cancel. We divide by 4 on both sides. So x equals, what's negative 28 divided by 4? Is how many times does 4 goes into 28? 7 times. 7 times 4, 28. So it is negative 7. Thank you very much.